Good morning, Grizzlies fans, and welcome back to Riverton, Wyoming for Game 2 on the weekend for the Gillette JV against Riverton. Fremont County, I should say. Boys are ready, and here we go. Lesher out to the face-off dot. Davis and Marty on his wings. Kicks to the near boards. Sent ahead by Phelps. Bounced in by Lesher. Rolls back to Fremont County. They'll send it up the near boards. And dumped out to neutral ice. Picked up, tipped in. It'll roll deep. Martin back to get it. Bounce up the boards. Ahead to Marty. Marty passes across the blue line. Lesher knocks forward. It's offsides. Picked up by Phelps. He'll send it back. Marty ahead, and that'll roll back to Riverton, or Fremont. Fremont circles back to their own corner. Out the far boards. Bounce back to the point. Martin will send it down. Rolls around the corner behind the net. Lesher into the near corner for it. Bounce stays in the corner. Fremont will send it back up. Phelps at the point. Phelps turns, shot, tipped, and just wide. Rolls into the near corner. Fremont. Lesher will dig it out below the goal line. Pass out in front. Looking for Marty. Bounces past. And that'll roll deep. And not sure why we called an icing, but we'll go back down to face off in the Riverton zone. 1 minute into the game. We'll get Kimbley out to the dot. Scribner. Koloski on the wings. Shell back with Gerler. Bounce behind. Picked up by Fremont. They'll come out near side. Passed out to the middle of the zone. Bounces back to Gerler. He'll send it forward. Tipped up by Kimbley. Rolls back to Fremont. They'll pick it up against the near boards. Fremont taking a look. Pass out to the blue line. Picked off. And Kimbley will circle back out and get clear. And he'll take it in the near boards. Knocked back to Gerler. Holds the zone. And dumps it in down to the corner. Fremont drops the puck, back to Koloski, shot, kick save. Second shot rolls into the corner. Scribner out front to Kimbley, shot knocked wide. And Fremont back out to neutral ice, they'll take it in on the near side. Shot, blockered away high. Bounce to the far boards. Poked away by Scribner. And sent ahead by Kimbley. That's going to roll deep, and they're going to ice that. Take it it back down to the Gillette zone for the faceoff. Shell and Gerler will stay on D. Stayskull, Sabrowski, and Hippen out front. Just about 2 minutes into the game, still no score. Face off, knocked back to the point. It'll roll out to the neutral zone. Sabrowski pressuring, picked off, and Stayskull into the zone offsides. We'll get a face off at the near dot for Hippen. Bounced into the zone, picked up by Fremont. They'll circle back in front of their own net. Fremont back behind their own net. Out the far boards. Pass ahead, and they'll get out to neutral ice. Fremont driving in the middle of the zone, poked away by Shell. Fremont gets it back, they'll circle behind the net. Pass out front, broken up by Sabrowski. And skated ahead by Gerler out to neutral ice. Gerler will take it in far side. Shot tipped up and out of play. Get a face off down the offensive zone. Phelps and Martin will come back in on D. Marty Lesher and Davis out front. Marty comes to the dot. Face off, knocked back behind the net. Marty chasing in, knocks it loose. Pass back out, broken up. Fremont loses an edge, but they'll get the puck out, and it'll roll deep. Be an icing there. We'll do it again. And we got a few whistles down low, and we'll come back down for a face-off in the Fremont zone. Lesher will take the draw this time. Lesher knocks it to the side. Bounces it back over in front of Davis, tied up in the feet. And Fremont trying to get it out. They'll get it to neutral ice. Marty against in front of the far bench. Fremont comes out across neutral ice into the zone. Shot tipped off of Lesher and rolls wide. Martin down to the corner. Bounces back to Lesher. Trying to feed it out front, right through the crease. Wide of the net. Shell ahead. Trying to bounce it to Davis. It'll get out of the zone. Fremont back in their own zone. Pass it up off the boards, bounces back to Martin. Martin lifts it in the air, looking for Davis, bounces over his head, back to Fremont in their own zone. Lesher chases him around behind the net. They'll go to the far corner. Stopped at the boards by Marty and bounced back up the boards. Davis knocks it back out. Lesher throws it towards the net, picked up by Fremont County. Still in the zone, bounces back down to the corner. Fremont back to it. Behind their own net, they'll send it around far board. Up to the blue line, pass up to the neutral zone. Knocked away by Martin. Bounced off of Bora and it'll roll back deep. Sent back up to the point. Fremont from the far point. Working across the middle. Picks it up, shot, and covered up. Martin with a save in the cover. .45 left in the first, still no score. And we got a penalty called on Lesher. Didn't see the penalty, I'm not sure what the call was. We'll go on the penalty kill. But Kibley and Scribner out front. Shell and Bora back. Kibley knocks it free and he'll chase it down into the zone. Kibley working through the middle. Backhander, wide of the net. Kibley back down low, knocks it back, top of the zone. Bora shot, tipped and wide. Rolls into the far corner, picked up by Fremont County. They'll circle behind their net. Pass up to the near boards, and they'll skate to neutral ice. Pass through the middle, missed, bounces past, and picked up on the far boards. They'll drop it back along the boards. Bora down in there. Skating through, knocked away by Shell. Pushed to the middle of the zone, and poked out by Kibley. Well, not quite out, but now Chase will chase it down. Kibley into the zone, knocked away by Fremont County. They'll come back. In the near side. poked away, bounced clear by Shell. Fremont County back in their own zone. They'll bend it up to their blue line. They head through the neutral zone and dumped into the far corner. It'll roll back to Shell behind the net. Shell into the near corner. Thrown off the back of the net. And we'll send it around to the far side. About 45 seconds left on the kill. Fremont County, top of the zone. Shot, blocker down and covered up. Whoops. Wrong team. Two legs out. Marty and Davis out front. Martin back to Phelps. Off the draw, knocked back, top of the zone. Fremont County, they'll drop it off to the far point. Back to Martin, and Martin will lift it clear. Rolling wide of the net. Bounces back behind. Davis in front of the net, pressure. Loose puck poked away, and they'll send it back behind the net. Fremont County, they'll try the far side. Up the boards, Marty at the point, dumps it back deep. 12 seconds to kill. Bounces back the far boards again. Right to the middle for Phelps. Phelps up the far side and dumps it deep. And that will kill off the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Fremont County with the puck in their zone. They'll come out far side. Up to neutral ice and in. Working around the front. And shot pushed wide into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Phelps. He's going to send it down wide of the net. That will be an icing. And we got a penalty on Fremont County back behind the play. So off the penalty kill and on to the power play. I'm not sure if we were calling a roughing. Not seeing a signal from the ref, so we'll take the power play. Koloski in on the far boards. He'll roll it down to the corner. Koloski chasing it through. Bounce back out to the corner of Fremont County. They'll get it to the point. Poke back down to Koloski. And Fremont sends it clear. Rolls into the near corner. Phelps back to get it. She'll pick it up behind the net. To the corner, backhander up the boards, picked off by Fremont County. And they'll roll it back down low. Scribner sends it around. Near side. Martin sends it across the zone. Bounce back out to neutral ice. And offsides on Fremont. Had one guy headed into the zone on net, and they'll call an offsides. About 1:20 left on the power play. Face off in the neutral zone on the far dot. Kimbley to the dot. Scribner and Koloski on wing. Fremont lobs it into the far corner. Gerler will pick it up behind the net. He'll circle to the far corner. Bounced up the boards, picked up by Fremont. Koloski there to knock it loose. Fremont is going to get it back, work across the front of the zone. Poked away by Shell. And he'll drive him to the corner. Fremont working back across the top. Scribner knocks it loose. And a rip from the blue line off a stick and goes high into the far corner. Koloski will, or Gerler will pick it up. Bounce through the neutral zone. Dump back in. Gerler will go back to get it in the corner. Send it around near side. It'll roll the boards up in front of Scribner. Scribner out to neutral ice. Poked away. Knocked forward by Shell. It'll roll out in front of Koloski. And Scribner with a poke knocks it loose and stays in the zone. It'll bounce on the blue line. Still stays in the zone. Finally picked up by Lesher. Lesher driving through the neutral zone. He'll chase it to the far boards. Down around the corner. Lesher still on the puck down low. Whoa! Lesher tripped. No call on that one. Pass out through the middle back to Gerler. 5 seconds left on the power play. Over to Shell. Shell across ice to Marty. Marty coming through the middle, poked away. Back to Gerler. Gerler will come across neutral ice, in on the near boards. forward, taken into the boards, and he'll deal with that hit. Davis will send it down and out of play. And we got a roughing called on Fremont County. Broski will take the face off. Face off in the neutral zone, I guess, after the penalty. Not sure why it's in the neutral zone. Bounce back down the boards. Gerler will go get it. Up the far side. And poked loose by Fremont County, picked up by Shell. He'll dump it in. Comes back out to neutral ice. Gerler will chase it down back in the far corner. Gerler comes around behind the net. He'll work to the near side. Ahead to Stayskal. Stayskal circles. He'll take a look. Up ice. Ahead. Tipped in by Newman. And Fremont sends it clear again. Back to the corner. Shell. Ahead to Gerler. Gerler near boards. He'll send it forward up to Stayskal neutral ice. Fremont picks it up. Lesher's there to poke him off the puck. Stayskal picks it up. He'll drive to the corner. Back to the point. Gerler will stop it. Gerler down the boards. Picked up by Fremont. Still in the zone. And Fremont will get back out to neutral ice with it. Battling through the middle. Rolling wide of the net. Picked up by Gerler. There's going to be an interference penalty on the Fremont County on goalie interference, I think. No? He's pointing at both of them. We'll see what's going on here. .744. Offsetting penalties on Fremont County and Phoenix Martin in net. We'll sort this out. Stay on the power play for about 30 seconds. Face-off will be at center ice. Marty, Lesher, and Davis out front. Martin back with Phelps. And Fremont County shorthanded. We're ready. Marty to the dot. Thrown in by Fremont County. It'll roll wide of the net. Martin back to chase it down. He'll pick it up in the near corner. Looking ahead to Davis. Pass picked off. Bouncing shot. Kicked just wide. Phelps will pick it up far corner. Poked away against the boards. Fremont County coming across. They'll go across behind the net. Knocked away by Marty. Top of the zone. Fremont will hold it. Pass. Deflected wide. Martin sends it up the boards. Picked up by Fremont County again. That shot will sail off a stick and high. Up over the net. Bounces out far side. We're back to 5-on-5. Marty ahead to Davis entering the zone. A little out of reach. He'll roll to the far corner. And then that'll be an icing. Right at 7 minutes left in the first period, still no score. We'll go Kimbley, Koloski, and Hippen out front. Knocked forward, picked up by Fremont. And Martin will dig it out. He'll chip it ahead. Pulaski in the neutral zone. Working forward, still in the neutral zone. Picked out by Fremont County. And Kimbley will end up with it. Back to Phelps. Phelps sends it ahead. Looking for Hippen, picked off. Fremont County bounces it across the blue line. And they'll work down the middle. Can't get the shot off. Sent behind the net. Pass out in front, bounced away. Wide of the net, and that'll roll out in the far corner for Pulaski. Fremont County on it, knocks it down. It'll bounce back to the blue line. They'll hold the zone. Back to Phelps in the middle of the zone. She'll lift it ahead. Pulaski got a tip on it, but it'll roll wide. And back into the Fremont zone. Hippen riding it down the boards. Fremont gets it back in the neutral zone. Taken away by Phelps. Phelps will get it back. Another pass knocked out. Back to Phelps again. Picked up top of the zone by Fremont. Poked away. Kimbley had a stick on it. Rolls back deep. Phelps will get it. Circle behind the net. Send up far boards. And pass ahead. Pulaski got a stick on it. Rolls back to the blue line. And sent iced by Fremont County. .38 left, first period, still no score. Zabrowski will take the face-off in the offensive zone. Stacekall and Scribner on his wings. Bora back with Shell. Buck bounces back to Bora at the point. He'll send one tipped on net and just a hair wide. Sent around the boards. Rolls back to Shell, far point. Shell sends it off a skate and back below the goal line. Up the boards for Fremont County. Bounces out to the middle. They'll send it clear. And Fremont County in 1-on-2. Shot blocked by Shell. Poked forward. Fremont County gets it back. Shot wide of the net. Comes out near side. Zabrowski chasing. And thrown deep by Fremont. Shell will pick it up in the far corner. Shell looking up. Bounces off Fremont County, but it'll clear the zone. Fremont County circling at their own blue line. They'll come in near side. Still on it. Works around behind the net. Wrap around. Shot. And Martin with the cover. About 4:41 left in the first period. Davis, Lesher, and Marty will come back on. Draw. Marty over to the sideboards, kicks back for Fremont to the point. Shot, tip, and rolls wide. Sent ahead, across the zone, and rolling, played by the goalie, no icing. Fremont will pick it up in the far corner. Pass across the zone, tipped and out. Bora will chase it down, he'll drop it back for Lesher. Lesher across to Shell. Shell taking a look, he'll come out, bouncing off the boards and out of the zone. Fremont picks it back up. Fremont back in near point. They'll work down to the corner. Bora trying to push them wide. They'll circle around behind the net. Bora with the takeaway. Puck bounces back top of the zone. Shot, kicks wide. Fremont, well, it'll bounce around to the near boards. Davis pass out through the middle. Picked off by Fremont County. They'll send it down to the corner. Fremont circling in the corner. Delayed penalty on Gillette. Off the post. And rebound will go. Fremont will score on the delayed penalty. And they'll go up 1-0. About 3.5 left in the first. Kimbley standing over the dock. Kimbley, Pulaski, far side. Martin back with Phelps. Ref still talking to the scoreboard, scorekeeper. Not sure what the thing up is here. Okay, we're ready. Kimbley to the dot, kicks it back to Phelps. Cross ice picked off by Fremont, and they're in on the far side. Shot wide, rolls to the corner. Fremont will pick it up near boards. Tied up there. Yeah, bounces back down deep. Picked up by Martin on the far side. He'll go up boards, trying to get it to Newman on the far side. Bounce through traffic. Kimbley will pick it up. Kimbley lost an edge. And Fremont will send it back forward. They're in on the far side. Shot blocked off of Phelps' shin. Kimbley behind the net. Taken away by Fremont County. Rolls into the near corner. Back to the point for Fremont. Shot blocked by Kimbley. Rolls far side. And they'll dump it down low. Picked up behind the net, and they'll circle to the near corner. Backhand across the middle. Shot wide. Shot from the back of the net. Kick save Martin. That one goes over the net. Fremont County will pick it up behind the net. They'll circle back to the near side. Poked away by Kimbley. He gets cross-checked off the puck. Nothing there. Back out front. Shot. Martin with a save. End of the first period. Fremont up 1-0 over Gillette. Pressure to the center dot to open the second. Knocked forward, back to Fremont in their own zone. They'll pass across to the near side. And they'll go long pass up in front, tipped up by Scribner. Fremont will get it back far boards. Down into the zone, poked away. And bounces over to the near side. Earler up glass and out to neutral ice. Scribner chasing him back in their own zone. Across the middle, Scribner picks that one off. Gets a little tied up. Still on it. Pass back through the middle, knocked forward by Marty. And knocked clear by Fremont. Fremont, unless you got a stick on it, Fremont will skate it in. And rolling wide of the net, covered up. Get a face-off down in the D zone. Middle league's coming on. Kimbley, Koloski, and Newman come on. Kimbley will take the draw. Bounce back below the goal line. Shell will pick it up there. He'll send it around near side to Newman. Back to Gerler. Pass ahead to the neutral zone. He'll make it out. They'll have to get clear. And they'll circle right back in. Gerler pushing him off the puck. No shot there. Picked up by Kimbley. Kimbley down to the corner. Can't quite shake that guy. Fremont digs it out. And knocked away before they can get the shot off. Newman up the near boards. She'll go ahead to Kimbley. Kimbley into the top of the zone. Poked back away. Koloski got a stick on the pass to break it up. But Fremont across neutral ice and in. Fremont circling down to the near corner. Thrown across the crease in the air. Bounces past everybody to the far boards. Back down to the corner for Fremont. Working on net. Shot. Martin with a save. Loose puck out in front. Kicks back out to Kimbley. Pass across near side. Newman chasing. Fremont gets it back out to the blue line. And they'll work across neutral ice far side. Zabrowski ties him up. Bounce back in deep. Fremont will pick it up in their own zone. Newman chasing. They'll get it back out to neutral ice. And across the blue line and in. Shot. Knocked away. Martin with the blocker save. I think that might have bounced up out into the netting, so we'll get a face-off on the far side of the D zone. Zabrowski will come to the dot. Poke out into the neutral zone by Staiskal. And dumped back in by Fremont. Zabrowski behind the net. Pass out, picked off by Fremont. They'll send it across the crease and into the near corner. Fremont back to the point. Shot from there is up and over. Rolls out to the far point. They'll pick it up there. Another shot bouncing through traffic. Stays call ahead, Hippen, and Hippen will lift it clear. Rolling just wide of the net. Icing on Gillette. Come back down the D zone for a faceoff. 15-17 remaining second period. Marty, Lesher, and Davis out front. Martin back with Phelps. Lesher will take the draw. Thrown clear and rolling into the Fremont zone. Pass ahead to the neutral zone. Pass up into the skates. Broken up. Fremont will pick up the loose puck. Go across to the far side and thrown down below the goal line. Fremont gets it back. Knocked off the puck. Poked away. And Marty sends it top of the zone. Dump back in before it can get out to neutral ice. Davis with the takeaway. They'll force it across the middle. Lesher chasing it through the neutral zone. Lesher sends it in, bouncing wide of the net to the near corner. Davis headed down for it. Fremont will send it back up the boards. And Lesher knocks it back in. Kept in the zone by Martin. And Fremont will get clear now. Fremont in the neutral zone. They'll dump it into the far corner. Pick it up behind the net. Martin there. Knocks it out to the corner. Fremont will pick it back up in the far corner. Pass deflected. Bouncing through the middle. Fremont will get it back and circle in the corner again. Round near side. Set up. Shot. Knocked down by Martin. Rebound shot kicked away. And we're going to have another penalty on Fremont. Tripping on Fremont right in the crease. And then the retaliation penalty called on Gillette. So we will have two-minute penalties. Let's see what we got here. I think we're going to be 5-on-5, but Fremont's got 6 guys on the ice and Gillette's got 4, so we'll see what we're doing. We will go 5-on-5. Penalties will be offsetting and will go on the board. Into the dot. Pass through the middle, picked up and they'll skate it in. Poked away by Gerler and picked up by Kimbley. Kimbley in near side. He'll work down into the zone. Try to pass it across the middle. Knocked around and puck comes loose. Fremont will get it back. Kimbley got a stick on it. Fremont gets it back. Kimbley on the back check knocks it loose. He gets tied up off the puck, but it'll come out to neutral ice. Kimbley and Koloski working. Puck comes loose to Fremont. Back across the front. Shot. Blockered up and over. Gerler on the far boards. Puck kicks loose. It'll roll back into neutral ice. Newman chasing. Fremont back behind their own net. They'll come out near corner. Lobbed in the air across the neutral zone. Knocked back in by Shell. Koloski's shot's wide. And it rolls the far corner. Up the boards and sent clear by Fremont County. Slow roller's not going to make the icing. Gerler will pick it up. Back up the boards to Kimbley. Picked off by Fremont County across the front of the zone. Shot. And that'll go. Fremont County up 2-0. Sabroski to the center dot. And it'll kick back to Shell on the far side. They'll bounce it up to neutral ice. Picked up by Sabroski. Sabroski looking ahead. Trying to hit Scribner. Bounce loose. Sabroski will get it back and dump it in. We'll get clear. Rolls behind the net. Hippen chasing down to the far corner. Pass back, broke it up, picked off by Fremont. Zabrowski back on it. Knocked forward by Scribner, down to Hippen. Hippen behind the goal line, pass back to Scribner, broke it up. And chipped forward to keep it in the zone by Shell. Zabrowski will pick it up, knocked loose, and Fremont's going to get back out with it. Poked away by Shell. Fremont gets it back. They'll work it on net, and shots off the side of the net. Wrap around. That'll go. Up 3-0. Marty will take the face off. Lesher and Davis on wing. Martin back with Phelps. The dot knocked forward. Fremont will bounce it off the boards and knocked back out by Phelps. And Fremont will come right back in. They're offsides. Marty to the neutral zone dot. Picked up by Lesher, sent back forward, and bounced deep into the zone. Phelps will pick it up behind the net. Comes out in the far corner, taken away by Fremont. Shot kicked away. Pass back to the point. Shot from there is wide of the net. Kick save. And rolled up the far boards. And we got another penalty. This one will be on Gillette. Two-minute penalty called on Gillette for roughing. Kimbley to the dot. Koloski on the wing. Martin and Phelps back. Phelps up the boards. Fremont will send it back to the point. Back down the far boards. Down below the goal line. Pass out in front. Broken up. And picked up and sent clear by Kimbley. Bounces behind the net. Koloski there to challenge. They'll send it up the near boards. Fremont circles into the neutral zone. Pass back across the zone and picked up on the far boards. Fremont goes right up the middle. Drop pass back to the point, picked off by Koloski. Bounces down to the corner and Martin will send it ahead. Koloski out top of the zone, picked up by Fremont again. They'll work across. Shot blocked by Kimbley. Picked back up by Fremont and another shot. Those both knocked clear. Pass across behind the net. Fremont to the far point. Fumbled and thrown back into the far corner. Rolls around behind the net to the near side. Fremont will get there. Comes off the board through the middle. Shot. Bounced out to the far corner. Kimbley will fire it up the boards and clear. 45 seconds left on the kill. A little over 10 left in the period. Fremont back up to the neutral zone. Missed pass. Koloski stuck in his feet. Fremont will get it back over to the near point. Shot blockered away high by Martin and up out of play. About 30 seconds left on the kill. 9:52 left in the period. Davis and Lesher will come on at forward. Shell back with Bora. Lesher will take the face-off. Near dot defensive zone. Over the dot, Lesher knocks it forward. Broken up, Bora will come up with it, trying to get it back out. Knocked away. Fremont back to the point. Shot knocked down in traffic and bounced clear by Bora. That will roll the length. 10 seconds left on the kill. Fremont behind their own net. They'll come out near side. Long pass up to the blue line, tipped into the zone, and Boris sends it back to Lesher. Lesher sends it clear. That'll get us back to full strength. Icing on Gillette, so we'll get a face-off down in the defensive zone. Lesher, Davis, and Marty out front. Shell back with Bora. Marty to the dot. Tied up in traffic. Marty sends it back clear. And knocked back into the neutral zone. Davis will send it back in offsides. We'll get clear, and we got another penalty on Gillette. This one's going to be an icing on Fremont County. They called penalty. Lesher headed into the box. Not sure what the call was. Hooking called on Gillette. Nine minutes left in the second. Face off in the neutral zone. Scribner will take the draw. Marty on the wing. Bora back with Shell. Scribner knocks it back. Sent forward by Shell. Get it out to the neutral zone. Dumps back in. Shell will pick it up behind the net. Around far side to Bora. Bora chipping up the boards. Get it out to the point, but not out of the zone. Fremont will send it back down the boards. Bora in the corner. He'll send it around to the near boards. Marty will pick it up. Kicks back into the zone. And Fremont will dump it down to the corner. Shell up the glass, and Marty fires it clear. Minute and a half to kill. Fremont behind their own net. Fremont pass up to the neutral zone, and that'll bounce wide to everybody. Should be an icing on Fremont County. Face off in the offensive zone. Kimbley will take the face-off. Hippen lined up in front of the net on the wing. Phelps back with Martin. Kimbley at the dot. Kicks it into the corner. Hippen there to battle for it. Thrown around on the far side by Fremont County. Pass ahead. Picked off by Martin. He'll bounce up glass. Fremont County gets it back in the neutral zone. And dumped back in to the near corner. Fremont circles back below their own goal line. Pushing him to the far boards. Elbow right to Hippen in the ear hole. So Fremont will have a penalty. Penalty on Fremont County. We'll go 4-on-4 for 46 seconds. Kimbley to the dot. Hippen on the wing. Phelps back with Martin. Kimbley knocks it into the corner. Fremont County to the far boards. Pass across to neutral ice. Poked away by Phelps. Fremont will get it right back. And they'll come in on the far side, working across the front of the net. Kick save, Martin. Hippen bounces it ahead to the blue line. Fremont keeps it in. They'll circle at the near point. Across the front of the net, broken up. And can't get the shot off. Backhand there, rolls wide into the corner. They'll fire it out, picked up at the point, and they'll throw it back in. Gloved by Martin, loose out in front of the net. And Hippen will send it back to the near point. Back down the boards. Fremont, top of the zone, stick up, and bounces right in. shorthanded goal. Martin got a stick on it, and it just bounced up into the top bar and in.
That's a hat trick for number 2.
Scribner, Marty, and Davis on. Fremont through the face-off, into the zone. Phelps trying to clear it out, gets it back to the corner. Fremont sends it back up to neutral zone. It'll roll deep. No icing. Fremont send it back into their own zone. They'll pick it up in the corner. Pass out to the middle of the zone. And thrown ahead. Fremont County will pick it up far side. Working around behind the net. Wrapped out in front. Back to the top of the zone and out offsides. And there goes the stick. Took the blade right off of Scribner's stick. Offsides call, so face off in the neutral zone. Koloski will collect the puck. He'll work in near side. Dumped in and picked up by Fremont County. They'll bounce it back out. Gerler at the blue line. Fremont will pick it up. Knocked back ahead by Shell, but stays in the zone. Fremont gets it back again. Shell with a takeaway this time, and he'll skate it out to neutral ice. So working in near side. He'll circle against the board. Oh, Kimbley, sorry, not Shell, Kimbley. Gerler down, shot, up and over. Little high. Little under 6 left in the period, 11 seconds left on the power play. Kimbley to the dock. Into the zone, knocked forward by Newman on net, stick to side. They'll throw it up the boards, and that'll bounce past out to neutral ice. Shell chasing, tied up, keeps the puck out of the zone, and we're back to 5-on-5. Newman in front of the Riverton bench, and she'll send it forward. Bounced in deep. Thrown across the zone by Fremont to the near boards, and back out to neutral ice. Fremont in through the middle and covered up. Slow roller on net, covered up by Martin. .5:20 left in the period. Another penalty called on Gillette. Gerler called for tripping. Back on the kill. 5 minutes and a little to go. Sent forward and sent clear. Rolls deep, sticked away on net. Fremont County behind their own net. Now they're chasing through the neutral zone. They'll make it into the zone. Bora trying to ride them wide. Circle behind, pass out top of the zone near point. Down the boards. Back to the point, shot, blocked. Bora with the block. Bouncer across and tipped just wide of the net. Martin will stick that forward, and Marty fires it clear. Minute 20 to kill. Hipping down into the zone. Fremont will pick it up behind their own net. Sent up the far boards and bounces out to neutral ice. Pass to the near side of the blue line. Still circling in the neutral zone. They'll dump it in the far boards. Fremont picks it up there. And poke back forward. Fremont picks it up in the corner. They'll go back to the far point. Working down to the corner again. Pass across the middle, broken up. Fed forward, top of the zone, and knocked away. Fremont will have to clear. 45 seconds to kill. Fremont will send it across the zone. Bora picks it up far side. Taken away out in the front of the net. And Martin able to keep it out. Got down on it, tied up in the leg pad. Scribner and Davis out front. Phelps and Martin back. Scribner on the draw. And Fremont from the corner will send it back to the far point. Shot from there, bouncing through traffic into the near corner. Picked up near point by Fremont. Rolled around behind the net. Phelps far corner. Fremont will get it back down low. Pass out to the near corner. Rolls back. Picked up at the point by Fremont County. They'll bounce it down the boards. Scribner tying them up, but they'll get it back. Across the front of the net. Shot. Martin with a save. And knocked clear by Scribner. That'll roll deep. No icing. We're back to 5-on-5. Davis with a takeaway behind the net. Pass out front. Scribner rolls through. And that'll bounce deep. No icing. Sent back there on the missed pass. Phelps will pick it up below the goal line. She'll send it around far side. Fremont will pick it up at the point. Shot. Bouncing through the middle. Sticked away. Fremont back across the front. Shot. Blocker save. Fremont bounces clear. Get on that! Marty down to it in the zone. Knocked off. And Fremont sends it back up to neutral ice. Poked away by Martin. He'll pick it up. Dumps it back up the boards. And he'll get it back himself. Now Fremont will take it out of the corner, across the top of the crease. Nothing there. It'll roll to the near boards. Fremont there. And Marty sends it back to the point. Fremont picks it up. And we're going to ice it. Just over 2 minutes left in the period. And we'll get another face-off down in the Gillette zone. Off up to the boards and thrown back below the goal line. Fremont will pick it up in the corner. Fremont still got the puck. They'll work across the top of the zone. Still on it. And broken up. Kimbley didn't let him get the shot off. That one will roll wide. Fremont in the corner. Poked away. Up the boards. Koloski will send it clear. And slow rolling. Not going to make the icing. Well, we had a ref waving off the icing and another one blowing the whistle. Face off in the defensive zone. Knocks the sideboards. Fremont back to the point with it. Shot, kicks off a leg and wide. Pass back out front. Martin will hold the post. Minute and a half left in the period. Puck back into the Fremont zone, and they'll bounce it clear to neutral ice. Across the blue line, rolled on net and covered up by Martin. battling through the neutral zone. Thrown forward by Stayscall. Knocked back, and Stayscall get it ahead to Zabrowski into the zone. Over to Hippen. Hippen. Shot sticked away. Under a minute left in the period. Fremont back out to neutral ice. Pass ahead and iced. Face off down in the Fremont zone. Zabrowski at the dots. Stayscall and I think that's Hippen on the far side. Driller back with Shell. Bounce below the goal line. Tied up below the net. Picked up by Fremont County. 40 seconds left in the period. Fremont pass up to neutral ice. They'll take it in the far side. Shell taking them into the boards. They'll ride it down to the corner. Shell knocked it loose, picked back up by Fremont, and this pass bounces out in front. Shot goes. To the dot. Side up in traffic. Hardy will send it back across the blue line. And dump it across the zone. Fremont will play it. Throw them back up to the top of the zone, and they'll bounce it back out to neutral ice. Fremont County in far side. Shell sends it forward. Ahead to Scribner. Scribner pass bounces out a little in front of Davis, and there's the end of the period. Take a Zam break. Fremont 5, Gillette 0.
Fremont.
for third period action. Scribner to the center dot. Marty and Davis on his wing. Knocked to the side, and it'll kick back to Phelps. Thrown ahead to the blue line, Fremont. Bounce back out to the zone. Scribner will pick it up and take it in. Scribner, shot off the stick and wide. Rolls to the near corner, back up to the point. Phelps knocks it loose. Fremont will chase it out. Back to Martin. Martin in the corner. Gets up the glass. Phelps trying to help it out. Shot blocked by Davis. Pass across the front. Bouncing in just wide. Kicks back out, far point for Fremont County. Dumped into traffic and knocked away. Fremont County back to it. Bounces wide, and that'll roll out to neutral ice. All the way down to the far corner. Fremont County will pick it up and circle behind the net. Pass to the far boards. Scribner there to knock it away. Fremont will pick it back up in the corner. Bounced up the near boards and out. Picked up by Fremont County. Across the blue line. Poked away by Kimbley. Right back out of the zone. Picked up by Scribner, far boards. Scribner will send it deep. Rolls behind the net. Kowalski on the near side. Gets past. Shell will bounce it out in front of the net and kick to the corner by Fremont County. Kimbley knocks it down. Boards. Kowalski chasing into the corner. Fremont County will circle to the far side. Poke to Kimbley. Kimbley trying to get it back out off the boards. And Fremont County will dig it off. Kowalski gets a little shot behind the net. And Fremont County pass up the middle into the zone. Icing called off. Fremont will pick it up in the corner. Pass across the front. No shot on net. Fremont County will bounce it down low. Picked up behind the net. Turned around by Shell, and it'll bounce out to the corner. Kimbley trying to dig it out of the ref's feet. Back up the boards. And ahead and out of the zone. Thrown back in. Not offsides, I guess. Dumped into the Fremont zone. Tied up off the bench. And shot glove. Newman picks up the puck and gets a shot off. She'll head back to the bench. Stayskal, Sabrowski, and Pippin out front. Shell back with Bora. Rolls back to Bora in the neutral zone. He'll bounce it over the far boards. And Sabrowski will send it deep. Into the near corner. Fremont County pass ahead. Picked up by Sabrowski. Can't quite get the shot off. They'll get tied up. Pippin turns them back into their own zone. Fremont County retreating all the way to the corner. Delayed penalty on Gillette. Fremont County into the zone near side. Pass across the middle. Broken up by Bora. It'll bounce to the corner. Fremont with an extra skater. Shot from the point. Sticked away by Martin. And Shell will touch it up. Clock. 14:41 left in the game. Penalty called on Sabrowski. High sticking called on Sabrowski. So we'll go on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. Tied up and just trying to get his stick back, and they call a high stick. Loose puck rolling away. Chased down by Marty. Shot. And a save. Pass back out to neutral ice. Fremont County. Circle across top of the zone. Poked away. And rolls into the far corner. Back to the point. Fremont passed through the middle. Fumbled around through traffic. St. Clair by Marty. Fremont County out of the far corner. Bounces it ahead to neutral ice. Picked up and skated across the blue line in the near corner or near side. Back across, pass broken up, bouncing on net, and saved by Martin. Scribner up the far or up the near boards, tied up, kicks back to Fremont County. Shot backside wide, comes out to Scribner. Scribner up the boards and clear. Get in there! Loose puck back in front of the net, picked up. Fremont will go behind their own goal. Send it around the far side. Fremont working up the far boards. They'll send it to the near side. Knocked off the puck by Phelps. Kimbley will pick it up down in the corner. Tip back out to the blue line, and Fremont's offsides. We're on run time, 5-goal differential in the third. Kolaski and Kimbley out front. Kimbley will get it clear, and we're back to full strength. Zabrowski out of the box and up to the blue line, broken up by Fremont County. Pass ahead, picked up by Shell. He'll circle behind the net, send it around the near boards. Picked up by Fremont County and thrown towards the middle. Kimbley knocks it down. He'll bounce ahead of the boards, and Kolaski tips it clear. Kolaski chasing into the zone. Sent back out, picked up by Kimbley in the neutral zone. Kimbley bounces it forward, picked up at the blue line and thrown in by Fremont County. Gerler knocking it forward. Kolaski trying to go across, picked up by Gerler. Gerler in. Drops it off far side. Shot, top shelf! Grizzlies goal number 27, Elena Newman. Just under 12 to go, and we're on the board. Kimbley to the center dot. Kolaski and Newman on the wings. Gerler back with Shell. Knocked forward into the Fremont zone. They'll send it back out to neutral ice.
Goal line number 27, assisted by number 4.
Loose puck rolling through the crease and down to the corner. Gerler will take it around behind the net, up the far boards. Tipped ahead by Newman. It'll get out to neutral ice. Picked up by Kimbley. And bounced into the zone. Elena knocks it back in. She'll pick it up at the blue line. Pass down to the corner. Kolaski after it. And Fremont comes back out near side. Fremont holds up in the neutral zone. And they'll dump it across the blue line and in. Gerler down in the far corner. Bounces it back ahead. Picked up by Fremont. Pass across the front. Shot. And knocked down by Martin. Rolling through the crease to the near corner. Kolaski ahead to Kimbley. Kimbley working up the near side. They'll dump it down the boards and chase it. Picked up in the corner. Pass broken up. Kimbley still working on it down low. Fremont comes back out. Fremont to neutral ice. Chip in on net. Knocked aside by Martin. Shell battling down low. And we'll bounce it back out to neutral ice. Fremont's going to go get it in their own zone. Fremont sent ahead, picked up by Shell at the blue line. He'll feed it forward, picked up by Scribner down the boards. Rolled into the near corner and picked up by Fremont. They'll send it around to the far side. Shell reaching, stops it against the boards. Fremont gets it back to the point. They'll pick it up and take it to neutral ice. Davis back on D. Fremont into the zone. No goal. Martin with the glove. Fremont dragging all the way around to the far post, and Martin able to knock it down with the glove. Face off in the D zone. Knocked to the boards. Fremont will pick it up. Well, tied up in the corner. Bounces back out to Koloski in the neutral zone. He'll send it across to Newman. And bounce back out to the neutral zone. Kimbley feeds it forward. It'll roll down the boards to the far corner. Newman chasing. Back to the corner for Fremont. They'll go up the far boards. Turn through the middle. And Fremont across the blue line and in. Working across the front of the net and stopped by Martin. 6 minutes to go. Scribner to the dot in the D zone. Tied up on the dot. Kicks back to Fremont. Shell chasing him around behind the net. Pass through the middle, broken up by Bora. He'll get it ahead to Marty, but stays in the zone. Scribner battling down in the corner with Shell. Fremont comes up with it, rolling through and pushed behind the net by Bora. Pass out in front, broken up by Shell. Bounces up off the glass into the corner. Back to the point. Shot from there is wide off the glass in the far corner. Back to the point. Rolled back down. Fremont pass across the middle, broken up. Bora got it knocked down. Back to the far point. Fremont will shoot again. Knocked down in traffic. Bora ahead. Marty, far side. He'll come up the middle, poked away at the blue line. Davis takes it away, and he'll send it down to the corner. Rolls behind the net to the far side. Scribner in to knock it loose. Back out top. Bora across to Shell. Shell shoots. Kick save. Back across the middle. Knocked loose, and Fremont will pick it up and send it out of the zone. Bora chasing back. Fremont down to the near corner. Pass through the middle, broken up. Knocked forward, but kept in the zone. They'll send it deep. Shell back behind the net. He'll bounce it off the boards to the far point. Fremont picks it up there. Bouncing on net. Kick save, and then Martin diving to glove it. 3.5-ish left in the third. Martin and Phelps back on D. Sabrowski will come take the face off. There's Stacekal. Bouncing into the corner. Martin will collect it. He'll circle behind the net. And lift it up the far boards. Fremont sends it back down low. Martin gets it back. Martin up to the neutral zone. He'll chip it ahead, far side. Pass across to Stacekal, top of the zone. On net and covered up. Back to the far dot in the offensive zone. Knocks it to the corner. Hippen working down there. Broken up. And it gets back to Fremont County in the corner. They'll send it around to the near boards. Thrown clear, and that should be an icing on Fremont. Back down the Fremont zone for a face-off. 6-1 Fremont County. Be a little over 2 minutes left by the time we get back to the dot. Newman, Koloski, and Kimbley out front. Phelps back with Martin. Kimbley will take the draw. Koloski, shot deflected and picked up at the blue line by Fremont County. They'll skate across neutral ice and dump it in. Slow roller on net, covered up by Martin. Gonna get a face-off down in the Gillette zone. Minute and a half to go. The draw, Kimbley knocks it forward, picked up by Newman. Should get it up out of the zone. Well, I thought it was out of the zone, but they're saying it stayed in. Now it'll come out of the zone. Pulaski pushing it back. Fremont circling in their own. They'll pass it ahead. Over to the far side. Taken away by Shell. Sent back to the point. Fremont will pick it up there. Pulaski knocking him to the corner. Puck bounces down to Fremont. Pack across the crease. Nothing there. Fremont back to the far point. Tipped pass rolls into the near corner. They'll send it back across. Kick save Martin. Picked up and pushed out of the zone by Kimbley and dumped right back in. Shell dumps it into the zone and he'll chase down towards the corner. Thrown back clear by Fremont. Davis chasing back and Fremont's in. Offsides. 3 on nobody and they're offsides. About 10 seconds, so that will do it. They're just going to run the time off now. Final score is going to be, well, they will do one more drop, I guess. Final score, Fremont 6, Gillette 1. JV team headed up to Cody for a game tonight at 7:30 against the Yellowstone Yeti. We'll see you in a couple hours.